I finally bought my dream house and invited my family to see it. No one showed up. Then my dad texted, "We need to talk about the house." At 8:47 on a Saturday night, I stood alone in a dining room I'd spent 10 years dreaming about, staring at a table set for 5, a roast chicken going cold, and silver balloons spelling home that were already starting to sag. And I realized I wasn't sad. I was done. That's different. Sadness wants resolution. Done is a door closing, a lock turning. A sound so quiet you almost miss it, except it changes everything that comes after. My family was supposed to be there an hour and 47 minutes ago. My mother's text, the only communication I'd received, sat on my phone like a slap. "Sorry, something came up. Busy tonight." 5 words. No call, no explanation, no congratulations on the biggest achievement of your life. 5 words for 10 years of work. I put my phone face down on the counter. Then I picked up the lemon tart I'd spent 3 hours making from scratch. My grandmother's recipe, the one I'd learned at 13, the one I'd thought might make my mother smile, and I dropped it into the trash. The thud it made was the most honest sound I'd heard all night. My name is Madison Carter. I turned 30 the March before I bought that house, and I'd spent nearly my entire 20s building toward one single, specific, almost embarrassingly concrete goal: owning a robin's egg blue house with a white fence and an oak tree in the front yard. I know how that sounds. Believe me, I've heard every version of it. That's not a financial plan, that's a Pinterest board. You're 30 and you've never been to Europe? Live a little, Maddie. That last one was my brother Kevin's favorite. Kevin, who was 33, who'd never had a savings account that lasted longer than a season, who cycled through apartments the way other people cycled through Netflix shows. Kevin, who once told me at Thanksgiving, in front of our parents, our aunt, our cousin, that I treated money like a religion and fun like a sin. Everyone laughed. I smiled. I went home that night and transferred another $200 into my house fund. Here's what they never saw: the $38,000 I'd saved by age 25 while working help desk at an IT firm in Raleigh, a city where I knew exactly no one. The 16 an hour starting wage that I'd clawed up to $31 by switching companies twice, getting 2 certifications, CompTIA Security Plus and AWS Solutions Architect, and saying yes to every overnight shift nobody else wanted. The studio apartment I lived in for 4 years that was so small I could touch both walls if I stood in the middle and stretched out my arms. The used 2014 Honda Civic I drove until the odometer read 187,000 miles. The meal prep Sundays, the library books instead of streaming subscriptions, the discipline that looked from the outside like deprivation. It wasn't deprivation, it was architecture. I was building something. And on March 22nd at 2:15 p.m., sitting in a title company conference room in Asheville, North Carolina, I signed my name 43 times, handed over a cashier's check for $47,600, my down payment, no co-signers, no family money, not a single dollar I hadn't earned, and the attorney, a woman named Diane Prescott, slid a single brass key across the table and said, "Congratulations, Ms. Carter. It's yours." I held that key in my palm, and I felt the weight of a decade lift off my chest. The house was $289,000. A 3-bedroom craftsman bungalow on Laurel Ridge Drive with robin's egg blue siding, a white picket fence, hardwood floors, a wraparound porch with a swing, and, I swear this is true, a 70-year-old oak tree in the front yard that looked